towards. That's faith. Faith. Even when you're going against obstacles that almost seem impossible. Even when you're doing things that seem dangerous, right? Sometimes danger is necessary in order to get things done, right? Because when you're comfortable, status quo wants you to stay comfortable. Human nature has you being comfortable, sitting back, relax, because that's human nature. But to enact change, you got to get uncomfortable because you got to learn something that you never learned before. So that's called faith, imani. Let's clap it up for ourselves. Yeah, you do. So I'm going to blow these out because I'm going to use these for my house. All right. So right now we're going to get into actually acknowledging some more guests that we have here today, brothers and sisters, sisters and brothers. I'm gonna give what do you call it, first come first serve for those who are here already and been waiting. Mother Zulika Bazemore is a very anything going on. I gotta look. Everything good? Okay, I'm sorry. Mother Zulika Bazemore is a fighter and a warrior. All right, she does things unorthodox, things sometimes. Oh my bad. Things sometimes that her approach may not be comfortable for you, but her intentions in the end, trust and believe, is genuine. I don't surround myself around nobody who is against our people, not for our people. You know, if I see it, trust and believe, I'll be the first to take the blame and say, that's not for us. But I promise you, the things that she is going to present, right? She's a fighter. Because of this lady right here is the reason why there's female boxing managers professionally. Am I correct? Yeah, first female sportsman in the country, this lady right here. So please give her the honors.
Thank you, my son in Christ. Okay, so Baltimore City, thank you so much for having me. Today, I want to thank you, Messiah. I want to thank the coalition for the red, black, and green, the RBG Human Flag Coalition. Some of you I've met before in some other form or fashion, like my brother that actually has grown. I love you, man. My brother that has grown. I've met over at Umar's gym where they actually feed and bring fresh produce. So I'm loving when I see our people growing to the next level. So why do people call me and think that I'm so unorthodox? Because I am. Because I'm a true person that believes in thinking outside of your normal realm, outside of the box. Because when you keep yourself within a box, when you keep yourself within what all the rules are, because some rules are not for you. Some rules, some boxes cannot hold your spirit. That's number one. Some boxes cannot hold your spirit. All of us have been gifted with a uniqueness, but not just a uniqueness for self, but as a spirit where we can come together, where we can do things on a broader level, where we can elevate not just us collectively, but even elevate yourself to another level. So I love the fact that Brother Fit spoke upon those 7 principles, because believe it or not, those 7 principles have been with me all of my life in the financial world. 5 years ago, I decided to step out of that secret world of finances, even on the social media level. I had multi-millionaire mentors that was so angry with me and said, Ms. Bazemore, you can't do that. You can't leave our group and start putting information out there. They even went as far as to make corporate laws to stop me from actually coming out to educate Americans about how to win the money game here in America. How do we take our family Or how do we individually, and then we can collectively, how can we take our family from one level of depending on government or dependent on social programs, and then take ourselves to a level where we can produce and we can create and we can use our vision, where we now become the opportunity. We now become the opportunity. Why? Because now we have the services, we have the products, we have what our community needs. I talk all the time, even to our young Black drug entrepreneurs. And yes, I'm going to say it. I put that title on there because that's who they are. They are born cold stone entrepreneurs. They have been gifted with all the right things to actually become successful business individuals. What happened? Because they found that they could easily have access to a drug, to something that was cheap, to something they could make quick money, but it's the wrong product. Why do I say that? Wow. We're going to look. See, this was all God. Because let me tell you something. Anything that you bring in your community, any information, any services, any product that does not benefit a person or people with it collectively in your community, it's poison to your community. And I don't care how fast you make the money, you will never, ever do great things with the money. Why? Because it's poison. It's poison, no matter how fast. Let me tell you something. You see this young man here? Y'all don't even really understand who you have before you. Let me explain who you have before you. You have a young man that has been homeless, a young man that has traveled, a young man that was righteously and religiously brought up, a young man that came from a working family that believed in ethics, that believed in God, that believed in conservatism, that believed all those things. Now he has found himself because he's found something greater than just self. He has had a child. He's been married. Look at this. During the pandemic, this young man took his grandmother's recipe. His grandmother's recipe, began to do the work to replicate his grandmother's recipe to do what? Made him a bicycle cart, went out here, printed his business cards, and guess what I know? That man has made close to $50,000 during the pandemic. I need to hear the applause. What you talking about? If y'all can't see that you got it in you to empower yourselves, then baby, you're waiting for something that you already possess within your own self. I'm tasting the food here. Oh my God. Thank you, sisters. But I'm tasting the food. Guess what? People would pay $10, $15 for a plate of that delicious homemade food right there. Collectively. Mayor Brandon Scott wants to spend $5.3 million of the CARE Act dollars to do what? Buy food boxes. Wait a minute. Huh? Hold up. Why are we spending $5.3 million buying food boxes when you got people like these sisters here, brothers like this brother here, that can get the food, that can get the fresh produce, that can actually feed their neighborhoods, that can actually sell their product and provide a service right during a pandemic? We got a young brother here and his family. What's your name, young brother? Brother Jamal. A moving service. Now, he didn't tell me about his moving service, but his teenage son did. His teenage son did. I said, what do you want to do, young man? He said, I want to be successful. I said, okay, I know that's your heart desires. How are you going to get there? What is your gift? You know what that young man told me? I'm learning business. I'm working with my family's business. I said, doing what? My dad owns a moving business. Young man Jamal, right now, you should be making about $200,000 during this pandemic. Give me a call. I'm going to show you how. Collectively. Collectively. So whereas I appreciate the recognition, my brother, my son in Christ, I appreciate the recognition. No, this is not about Miss Bazemore. This is about teaching and educating my people on collectively building financial independence and financial legacy. Because you guys already have the gifts. Y'all already have the power. You already have the gifts. Did I need that title called mayor? No, I don't think so. I was compelled to run against the status quo here. Win, lose, but guess what? I never lose, because even when I lose, I win. Because guess what? I'm still doing the work on the grounds of Baltimore City, just being with all of you, and we're going to do the work together. I love you all. You guys, let's think collectively, but let's be doers. And let's don't just take my card and don't call me, because guess what? I know too many people reach out to me every week. I'm close to a $4 million deal last week. Had another $10 million deal come to me. Okay? So if I give you a card, it's for purpose. If you just let that card sit in your drawer, then shame on you. You're not really about collectively. Collectively. Okay? Because apparently God has sent me to do the financial part of it. The financial part of it. Okay? And that means knowing how to write a business plan where I can take a look at the mission statement and I can already see your vision. And I know now how to get it financed. Or we're going to do the work, Baltimore, and we don't need a political position to do it. We got all the talent necessary to get it done. Young man, who's this young man? Then I'm going to end. Brother Frank, thank you, because you using some mighty powerful talent. It's called communication through visual and through audio. So guess what? We're going to make sure that we collectively, we exchange cards. We're going to make sure that we collectively build something great with your talent, because your talent is needed collectively. Okay?
So I'm going to add a little bit to what she said. And these honors that we give, and we don't take lightly. We looked at everybody's organization, what you do for the community, and it's very serious to us. And we understand that we need each other, because all we got is us. This award right here is called,
Oh, wow.
it's a special one out of all of them. When we started with this one, this is called the Inframadon. So this Adinkra symbol, the Inframadon, means the wind resistant house. And so when I was doing research on this sister here, I noticed how she worked with the community to find homes for the homeless, to find houses for displaced people. And that is, we need more people like this who are pushing and striving to find homes, especially in these areas where we have plenty of space.
Absolutely.
We got plenty of buildings that we need to make into homes. We need to bring all of our resources together as contractors, anything that we can do.
We got
to
the
build
money.
up this community.
Bring us the contractors. Let's get the space.
This is a great collaboration right here, and we thank you so much, sister.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so humbly honored. So humbly honored. Thank you. But we're not finished yet. We got a fantastic year in store. Guess what? Get ready. Y'all got to be able to keep up with me. But we're going to do this together.
So these next certificate of recognitions, they are not here, but we're gonna call them out, and those who are here, you'll be up next. So next we have Brandon Walker. In recognition of the Ujima People's Progress Party, and their dedication to building and maintaining our communities. Next is Leo Burrows, Jr. In recognition of the roots of scouting, dedication to creating a better future for our youth. Do we have any Roots of Scouting members here? All right. Came back right in time. Must have felt the spirit.
What, I got 2 minutes? Yeah. Well, praise God, from whom all blessings flow. To define ourselves, name ourselves, and speak for ourselves instead of being defined and spoken for by others. It is about self-reliance. It is about self-determination. It is the essence of Kwanzaa, of course, is love and community. But let us not forget that we are under attack in this nation. Don't let nobody fool you that we're under attack in every way. Under color of COVID-19, thousands of us have died. Don't forget that the United States, Israel, Germany, France, all these nations, Russia, China, research and weaponize and conduct experimentation till this day on what? Chemical, germ, biological warfare. This is still in existence, and contrary to what folks would have you believe. They're still doing it. Put it on China for COVID-19, but you notice all these other countries say nothing, but continue to do what they do in ways that are contrary to civilized humanity. Genocide means the systematic extermination of a people, and there's every effort afoot to make it happen. We, by any means necessary, we must ensure the survival of our children, families, and community. To God be the glory. Remember, oh freedom, oh freedom, oh freedom, over me, and before I'll be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. By any means necessary, to God be the glory. Free at last, thank God Almighty. We are free at last. Thank you. Amen. I say.
That's right. Wow. Next award goes to Eric Jackson. Sister Eris, I'm gonna have you receive this award. In recognition of Black Yield Institute, dedication to cooperative economics and food sovereignty. Sister Eris is a part of the Black Yield Institute, so I'm gonna let her receive this award and give this to the brother.
Oh. Thank you.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about Black Yield.
20 show.
You can talk a little bit about Black Yield.
Black Yield Institute, I know, is now open for enrollment. They have started school. So please, find them on Facebook and find them on Instagram and join in the conversation. There are conversations monthly about food sovereignty and food deserts and the education and political education about how to bring the co-op to Cherry Hill and how to bring nutritional food to our communities, so we can get what we need, So he's
want to be a part of that.
yes,
Because I did have some initiatives.
yes,
that I
ma'am.
was running. We can get that done. I don't need to be in City Hall to do it. We
Yes,
need to
ma'am.
come together to get that done.
Reach out.
Yeah,
Reach
thank
out.
you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks, Carl.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. I know he's very grateful and he's appreciative, and I know he's honored, for being a part of this. Thank you, Ashe.
Brother Jamal. Give me, bro. Name Jamal. Yes. Okay. I'll be doing a blank sometime. I need to use one. There you go. So this award, certificate of recognition, is hereby awarded to Baba Imhotep. He's not here today. In recognition of Pan-African Liberation Movement
PLM.
and their dedication to African sovereignty, Kujichagulia. Let Brother Jamal, he's a member of PLM and his Baba.
Hotep family. Hotep. I'm just here on behalf of Bob M. Hotep, the leader of Pan-African Liberation Movement, me and my brother here.
Yes, yes.
I just want to say race first,
Race first.
a BB for Hodier, and Black Power.
Yes.
That's it.
You might as well do a U-turn. So, I don't know too many father organizations. Actually, I don't know any but one. And I'm sure they do exist, but one that's really been putting themselves out there in the community and service in the community. And this is one. So this is a certificate of recognition hereby awarded to Michael Cornish in recognition of Dads United organizations mission to uphold the spirit of Umoja, which is unity.
Yes, yes, yes. Love you, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Speak your word.
How y'all feeling today? So yes, Dads United organization, Hove, hear our voice, brother Terrell Patterson. Real quick, the reason why I started Dads United organization years ago, I got full custody of my son, and when I was going for resources, I was hitting brick walls, and it was to the point where I was getting really frustrated. And then I was getting frustrated with the system. But then I realized, like, hold on, I'm not even advocating for fathers. So how can I expect the system to advocate for fathers that I don't even advocate for? I'm not even advocating for myself. So that's when it was like, hold on, get rid of the anger and start putting it towards the action. Let's start organically from an authentic place, building fathers together without all the isms and kisms and the red lines and all that. Like, we really trying to build on a collective. And even if you don't have a child biologically, you have to father your community. You got to father your relationships. You got to father situations. So fatherhood in general is needed. So we really out here out the mud, just trying to get people out. There are some other father organizations out there, and we give thanks and we plan to build with them because they may do things that we don't do. We're not trying to recreate the wheel. Like, if y'all do it, we'll pull them there. But where we're at, we're trying to create a brotherhood of fathers that genuinely feel safe to speak with each other, feel safe to be vulnerable, and feel safe to grow with each other in the community and in a trusted space. And we got to start from the ground level on that because it's a lot that has been done to us. You know what I mean? So that's where we at. Dads United organization, hear our voice, Whole, Baltimore City, Kwanzaa, Kujichagulia, unity. Yeah, we in there. Yeah. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man.
All right. Brother Terrell. Recognition, and I'm really interested in hearing his story. I read something on your card, and it said that you had you basically spoken to inmates in Supermax. Was you actually?
I was in there.
You was an inmate.
Mhm.
Wow, I can't wait to hear this story. But we want to give this certificate of recognition to Terrell Patterson in recognition of of his unwavering faith and dedication to empowering our community. The brother getting ready to give us a powerful story, so listen up. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Yeah. Oh, man. So I'm not gonna speak with the masses. Probably knock myself out.
Speak up, Louis, too.
Yeah. Can y'all hear me? Y'all hear?
That's
All right, cool.
For the internet,
So they can. Okay, cool. All right. Once again, like you said, my name is Terrell Patterson. I'm definitely a native of Baltimore City. I've been definitely a problem in the city. But when I actually, God woke me up. And sometimes what it is, we say that, you know what I mean, we're looking for God, but God is never lost. It's us that's lost, and we got to just really listen out for his voice. So what I did was, being incarcerated, I was in maximum security. They gave me 30 years. With 30 years, I know, like, yeah, if you look at me, I look at you, my thing is, I'm not built for that. You know what I mean? That's not for me. So my thing is that, what do I do? And all God was trying to do was get my attention. So what he basically did was, I started writing. And he woke me up 3 o'clock in the morning. He says, write, just start writing. Write what's going on in your mind. Start writing. I started writing. And I started remembering a lot of things that I used to like doing. I grew up on Park Heights and Woodland. And I used to like really actually like writing, but I was afraid to write or tell people how I wrote, because of the fact is that, it's not cool in the hood. You're not cool to be in the hood and actually know how to write or want to sing or want to do something. So what I did was I suppressed my talents, my gifts, and I didn't realize that God said, he said, your gifts will make room for you. He didn't say your money will make room for you. He didn't say, anything else will make room for you. Your gifts will make room for you. So my gifts couldn't make room because I wasn't allowing to. I was suppressing it because I was worrying about what people thought. You know what I mean? When you get that mindset, I call it blind peer pressure. It's that pressure when it's that you care about what somebody else thinks, even when they're not even trying to pressure your mindset. So what I had to do is I said, you know what? I'm already in maximum security. I gotta figure out. My back is against the wall. And when you in there, I don't care what nobody tell you, you think you got homeboys and all. When you in there by yourself. You know what I mean? You're there. You know what I mean? There's no religion. There's nothing saving you, but it's you and God. So as I'm there, I'm realizing, say, all right, let me write this. I'm finished writing, I'm writing. And as I'm writing, they're just key things that I start remembering in my childhood that made sense. I said, man, the reason why I'm in this position right now is because of a lie. And I said, it's not that I'm pointing fingers at you. We shouldn't be pointing fingers at each other. I really started pointing fingers at my mother. Was the one who I had a problem with love. I never just really kind of embraced love. I didn't know what love was. And when somebody said I love you when I was growing up, every time, and this is in my book, every time somebody would say I love you, they would die. And so my thing was, it was like, well, why is love always running from me? And then I rewind back and when I was in that cell, I rewind back, it started with my mother. My mother was the person, she was the definition of love for me. She's the one who supposed to love me before anybody loved me in this earth. But my mother abandoned me. She left me literally on steps. 4 different steps she left me on. She said, I'll be right back, son. I'm going to the store. She even asked me, what do you want? I used to always say, I want the ice cream with the bumps on it. If y'all don't know that strawberry shortcake ice cream, you know what I mean? So I said, okay, I want that. And she would come back with that ice cream, but it'd be like 3 months later, 6 months later, a year later, 2 years later. You know what I mean? So I was left in different environments, being raised in different places, from Murphy on Projects to Franklin to Carrollton to Park Heights. It was different areas. So I was actually, what I was getting, I didn't understand what I was getting, but it was actually growing me up. It was building me. And see, when we think sometimes that we're going through all these problems and issues and everything, it's really rebuilding you. It's building you. Because sometimes you really don't need that physical father or that physical mother, because God said, I'm going to go ahead and supply that for you. You need that testimony. One day, the other day, and just to let y'all know is that, like I said, my mother, she abandoned me. She's my father, my biological father, been locked up since I was 4. And he's still in there right now. You know what I mean? But I was following that pattern. I was going in and out of the system, And I didn't even know why. But it's a spiritual journey that you don't know what you're connected to. You know what I mean? But then I found out something, even a bomb dropped on me just recently. My birthday is December 24th. On December the 22nd, my mother told me my biological father wasn't my father. Yes. I do not know who he is. And I'm actually breaking news to y'all. I didn't even share with the rest of my family. This is breaking news. But when I go back to my book, it's, it's God reminding me, he said, you really was addicted to lies. The lies that you don't know is so many people who were lying, they were lying to me. They was telling me, I'll be right back. I'm coming here. I love you. This is going on. You know what I mean? I'll send you letters. I'll do this. But when I realized when I was in that cell, he told me, he said, listen, I'm the guaranteed thing for you. I am the guaranteed thing for you. I will never turn my back if you never turn your back. And so I understood is that if my thing was loyalty, I'm loyal to anything. I ride or die. I pick up a gun when it came to neighborhood beefs. Anything, I was there. But when I realized I'm sitting there and I'm facing 30 years and the judge gave me 30 years, and I looked and I said, I really can't do 30 years. I honestly never seen myself living to see 21. So 30 years was never in the books if I didn't see 21. So I knew one way or another I got to die. And the reason I'm glad that I did die, I died inside. I died to my old self. And inside, when I died to my old self, I realized something. There's somebody that wants you. Everybody got a book. It's not about my book. Everybody got a book. So when it encouraged me to start talking to, people in me, I'm not lying. I started a church. I'm not a pastor. I don't have no seminary, certificate, but it started a church and there was 3 of us and we started. It went from 3 to 12, 12 to 16, 16 to 34, 34 to 3 tiers. Maximum security. I couldn't go nowhere. So it spread it. And it's not about really understanding. I'm not based on just the religion aspect of it. God wants a relationship with you. That's it. And he wants you to walk your path. It's not going into church. You are the church. So when I understand this mindset, when you understand this mindset, that's when you'll stop becoming addicted to lies. Your lies right now, it starts with them, but you can't point fingers at them when you're doing the same thing. You got to grow up within yourself and say, you know what, I'm stopping the lies right now within myself. So my lies right now, it has been stopped. My truth is now living right now. I'm living for me and my kids and their kids, and I'm starting a new generational will right now. He said we can't reinvent the wheel, but you can. You can. It comes from negative to positive. You can do it. I'm definition. I'm not supposed to be alive, but he said I was going to be alive. I wasn't supposed to, be free, but he said you're going to open them doors. And the person that came and got me was a white man. I never forget him. He said, listen, I don't know who you are. He came and got me in the middle of the night on a Sunday. If you know anything about prison, you don't get released on a Sunday. He got me a Sunday in the middle of the night. He said, man, come here. I don't know who you know or what's going on or who you are on the outside. Are you in the mafia? Are you with anything? I said, no, man, I'm just me. He said, man, because I've never in 14 years ever had a judge call me and tell me, come get you out of the cell now and let you free. So when you understand this, you understand this, my thing is that it will be my stupidity, my ignorance, if I don't keep this wheel running. And understand you may not get all the recognition from the world. You might not be the coolest doing this, but you're doing your purpose. Like you said, your purpose is key. Your purpose is everything. You know what I mean? If you don't live for your purpose, you're not living at all. You're dying. There's a difference between, I'm gonna let everybody go, but there's a difference between dying and existing. You know what I mean? Living and existing. You know what I mean? You can live or you can exist. There's 3 C's I'm gonna leave y'all with to understand this, and this is how I move, especially for young black men. Let y'all know it's 3 C's. There's constituents, there's a comrade, and there's a confidant. My uncle used to always call me comrade, and I used to be proud about it because you sit there and you feel lieutenant. You say I'm his lieutenant, comrade. But I realized that was a negative word. See, a comrade in the army, if you look at it in the service, the comrade is you can have a Nazi and a Black Panther, and they can be friends right there for that moment because they have a common enemy. That doesn't mean they like each other, nor for what each other stand for, but they know they need each other to survive. So a comrade is really disrespectful when somebody call you that. Then you have a constituent. A constituent is almost like a confidant. A confidant is somebody who's really you like. That's everybody. You can be there for you. You only probably get 3 in a lifetime. A confidant, that's that person who's there for you thick and thin. Do the drug house, to the penthouse, to the pimp house, to the anything. He's there and say, man, come on, what are you doing? Come on, I'm here with you. I love you. But that constituents, that's the most dangerous one you got to watch out. Because it'll be like a confidant, but it's also like a comrade. In the middle of it, where as though he don't like what you like, but he don't like what you stand for. But the fact is he have a common thing that you stand for that makes sense for his life. So it's already, you got to know who you with right now. And you always know that you are what you attract. My name is Terrell Patterson, Addicted to Lies. My new thing is called Hear Our Voice. And right now it's coming to be a stage play in the middle of the hood. So look forward. Amen. Y'all have a good one. Yes, sir, brother. God bless you, bro. God bless you, bro. Yes, sir. No problem at all, man. Thanks for having me, bro.
Absolutely. So this is our last certificate of recognition, and these are two of my favorite elders. This is hereby awarded to Rafiki and Ebona Morse in recognition of Maryland Council of Elders making their purpose to maintain balance within the community. So they're not here right now. Oh, we do? Okay. So you may accept this award. Mama Marcy. Mama Marcy, if you would like to give some words on Maryland Council of Elders.
Good afternoon. I'm Reverend Mother
I'm
Marcy.
sorry. This is just for online.
Oh.
You got to speak out.
I'm with the Maryland Council of Elders. I'm Reverend Mother Marcy, and our mission is to create a united front. We are spin-off from the 6th Regional Diaspora Caucus, which is global. It is all over the world. We are the 6th, which means we are on the outside of Africa. 5 of the communities of the diaspora are actually in Africa. The 6th is all those that are outside of the continent. And so on behalf of Maryland Council of Elders, oh, sorry, forgot. One thing I would like to mention, I'm going to mention our recently transitioned co-chairman, who is Maisha Lynn Washington. And Maisha, it was always her dream. She was a principal and a person of education. It was always her dream to start a summer camp. So our summer camp was to be partnered with those children in Africa this summer. Well, needless to say, we couldn't travel because of COVID. So what we did was a virtual summer camp with over 40 kids that ended up being about 400 children in Africa that we did with summer camp. And then we had some who were here, but the ones that were here were actually direct descendants of African families. The other person that I would like to bring out posthumously is Charles Jackson. He was our media person, and so I would like to recognize him. But once again, on behalf of the Maryland Council of Elders, I accept this award of recognition, and thank you.
So family, as we arrive to the near conclusion of our event, I would personally like to give some acknowledgement and recognition to the Red, Black, and Green Human Flag Coalition, Sister Charlene, Sister Eris, Brother Frank, your son, Brother Nell. You all have been very dedicated to the vision that I put out there, and I'm glad that y'all decided to take it as your own. And that is the thing about influence. You know, when you really are genuine, if your message is genuine, it will reach people and people will make it their own. And that is what you all have done. All of this that's taking place today has only taken place because you have taken this mission as your own. And I love y'all. We're gonna do some more powerful things. We're gonna take this across this country. We're gonna take this to other countries. And this is gonna carry on even when we're dead and gone. We're already a legacy. So thank y'all. We just gotta add on to it.